Is the battery in your Oral-B IO toothbrush playing up? Perhaps it's not giving you the usage time it once was, or not even turning on at all. In this video, I will show you how to replace the battery in your Oral-B IO electric toothbrush. Full credit must go to toothbrushbattery.com, who have produced a written guide. I have just put this in a video format for those who prefer such. Before following this guide, do check whether your toothbrush is within warranty or not. If it is, contact Oral-B, who should be able to assist you with repair or replacement of the battery under warranty. Opening up the brush yourself does potentially breach the terms of your guarantee with Oral-B and may stop you from getting support in the future. Please be advised that any damage or injury to yourself, your toothbrush or anything else is entirely your responsibility. This guide is for educational purposes only. Please refer to the video description to check your toothbrush model and type number before proceeding. Tools and replacement battery. You will need your charging stand that came supplied with your IO brush handle. You will need a blunt, flat-bladed screwdriver approximately 4 to 6 mm wide. If you intend to replace the battery, make sure you have the replacement purchased from toothbrushbattery.com or another reputable seller linked in the video description. Opening the brush. Start by removing the brush head from the top of the handle. Looking at the brush head on, you will see a silver metal ring at the base of the plastic shaft that the brush head attaches to. Use the flat-bladed screwdriver to gently pry the ring up and away from the body of the handle. A screwdriver with blunt corners is less likely to mark the toothbrush. Once removed, place the ring somewhere safe, as we will need it at the end of the procedure. An optional stage at this step is to stand the toothbrush in hot tap water for around 5 minutes to soften the seal and plastic latches at the base of the brush handle. If you decide to, dry the toothbrush before proceeding. Pick up your toothbrush charging stand, make sure this is unplugged and not connected to a power outlet. If you have an IO 3, 4, 5 or 6, follow these steps I'm about to show. If you have an IO 7, 8, 9 or 10, the procedure is slightly different. I will show that in just a few seconds. Place the toothbrush on top of the charging stand. Turn the toothbrush approximately 45 degrees anti-clockwise against the charger. You will feel the base cap come unlatched. Bend the toothbrush back a little to create a gap and release the seal slightly. You can now lift the handle off the charger. The base cap might stay on the charger. If the cap stays attached to the handle casing, you can then pry the cap out by hand. Be careful not to lose the spring. For those with the IO 7, 8, 9 or 10, use the 3 tabs on the underside of the magnetic charger to engage the 3 notches in the base of the toothbrush. Turn the toothbrush approximately 45 degrees anti-clockwise against the charger. You will feel the base cap come unlatched. If the cap stays attached to the handle casing, you can then pry the cap out by hand. Be careful not to lose the spring. Removing the battery. Pull the spring out if it hasn't already come out. Put it safely to one side. Holding the handle casing, push the grey head connector down inside the handle body. The grey rubber seal might fold inside the casing, but this is fine. The internal components should begin to slide out the base of the handle where the battery cap was previously attached. Once pulled out, turn the components over to see the battery in its holder. Note the positive sign on the battery indicating the positive end of the battery. There is also a groove around the circumference of the battery at the positive end. With the blunt screwdriver, pry the battery out. There is a convenient gap in the holder at the side of the positive end into which you should be able to position it. Note the plus symbol moulded into the white plastic of the battery holder to indicate the positive terminal. Replacing the battery. This is a 3.7 volt lithium-ion battery with a flat top made by Sanyo. It measures 49 mm long and 14 mm in diameter. If you haven't already, you want to buy an identical or compatible equivalent. Links to buy a battery can be found in the video description. It is recommended to use well-known brands of lithium-ion batteries such as those from Sanyo and Sony, so you could be assured of quality. Some lesser known or unbranded batteries are known not to perform as well and have different capacities than what is claimed. Insert the battery into the battery holder, take note of the correct polarity, make sure the positive icons match up. It is possible to install the battery the wrong way round, so be careful to get this right or you might permanently damage the toothbrush circuitry. Once installed, you may find that the display, if your model has one, will light up. If yours has a display and does not light up, then hold the brush securely at the sides of the frame and press the power button once to check that the screen comes on and the battery is working. You can alternatively hold the internals on the plugged-in charger to verify it wakes up if you wish. Closing the brush. Wait for the screen to turn off, then check that there is no dust or debris on the screen, as this might be visible through the outer casing after reassembly. Slide the internals back inside the handle casing. You should not need to force it, so if it does not slide in easily, check the alignment of the internals with the grooves inside the casing. As the grey head holder emerges through the top of the casing, it should fold the grey seal out. Make sure the grey head holder is fully proud of the seal so you can see where the grey ridge widens towards the bottom. Put the spring back on its positive shaped peg inside the bottom of the handle. Partially insert the base cap back in place so the black seal is still visible. If you push it all the way, it might pop back off due to the spring pressure. Make sure you get the cap's orientation correct. The printed lithium ion and CE text is rotated 45 degrees anti-clockwise. For those with an IO3, 4, 5 and 6, stand the toothbrush on its charging stand and push it downwards so the base cap is fully seated. While holding the charger still, turn the handle 45 degrees clockwise to latch the base cap in place. For those with the IO 7, 8, 9 and 10, use the 3 tabs on the underside of the magnetic charger to engage in the 3 notches on the base cap of the toothbrush. Turn the toothbrush approximately 45 degrees clockwise against the charger. You will feel the base cap lock into place. Plug in the charger to check that the toothbrush indicates that it has started charging. Finally, clip the metal ring back over the seal. Position the back of the ring first, then clip the front edge in place. You have now successfully replaced the battery in your IO toothbrush. Be sure to safely recycle your old battery. It is safest to put sticky tape over at least one end of the battery to avoid short circuits.